Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we are talking about why it's not the same here than in the United States. Let me explain. Me and my husband were having a conversation, or he started the conversation talking about why is it that we don't feel the same here in Dominican Republic than in United States, even though that you have the same quality of life, or is the same what is the name? No, the quality. That is not the word that I want to use. The same lifestyle. Yeah, that's what I want to use. Why is it that it doesn't feel the same? I mean, even having everything, you be able to go out to do things. And the only thing that I can come up, at least the reason why, is because Dominican Republic is different. I think that's the biggest reason.
Right.
And we are going to explain why.
Yeah.
You want to start or you want me to start?
Well, let me just add a little bit more context, just to make sure that they understand. So, as she said, we were talking this morning, and one of the things I asked her was, if we had the same lifestyle and the same amount of disposable income as we had here, or just same finances, everything was equal, why would we still prefer to live here than there? And what makes it, what makes living here so different than living in the U.S., even if all things were equal? Because number one, I still would prefer to live here versus the United States. And the first thing came out of her mouth, well, not the first thing she came out of her mouth, but she did respond at some point like the Dominican Republic is different. And to be honest with you, I had to agree. It is different, and so we started kind of thinking about what are some of those things that are so different about Dominican Republic that makes it, I guess, to us, I would just say for us, much more enjoyable to be here with us having the same type of quality of life here. So we came up with a couple of reasons, and we just want to share with you guys those reasons, maybe, and see if you agree or disagree. But these are some of the reasons we came up with. So you want to start?
Yes. And the reason why I said the Dominican Republic was different is because I started thinking when we was in the United States, even though that at the end of the period that we was trying to come back here, I wasn't pretty much working for nobody. I was working for myself. I was doing a video, and also I was doing some Instagram stuff that I have to do with just to go to a 9-to-5 job. So in that moment, even doing that, we didn't have the desire to go out and do so many things that we do here. We were just going to restaurants, doing things like going shopping and things that you need to do, but not really nothing to enjoy ourselves. So the things that we came up to say it is different here is that it's not colmados in the United States or colmadones where you can just go out. Even when you buy food that you have to cook, you go get over there, you get a presidente, sit down over there, or even walk home with the presidente, you just be cooking at home with your presidente, or just call the colmado, hey, bring me a brugal, or bring me 2 presidentes. It's just to say a few things. I know that a lot of people say, oh, you just talk about alcohol. It's not that, but it's some of the things that you are able to do here that you cannot do there.
Yeah, and Kamado is one of them. It's like, even though in the States, we call them corner stores, and I remember as a kid, I used to walk to the corner stores, and to get my now laters and Alexander the Great, my Johnny Appleseeds and Cherry Chan. Hey, if you my age, you know what that is. But anyway, here at the Kamados, you could actually go there, grab your beer, sit in front of Kamado, have a drink, play dominoes. And like in the States, you don't have that luxury. First of all, you don't have that luxury because you can't pop a chair in front of the Circle K or the Stop and Go or the Shop and Save, whatever it is in your city, and have a beer. People may think that is like small, but to me it just makes it that much more enjoyable, because even though we don't make videos all the time with us in front of Kamado, we do go to the Kamado. We do sit down, we do have a drink. If we're just out, hey, let's stop by this Kamado, let's have a drink and sit down and we talk, and a whole bunch of people out there, after work, and we just enjoy ourselves. So that's one of the reasons one of the things that makes Dominican Republic a little bit different, a lot different than the United States.
And I was saying just a typical colmado, which is the most is for groceries. The people sit down as well. But the colmadones is when a lot of co-workers just after work they sit down. We have just to relax, I guess, to relax and hang out for a minute before they go back home.
Yeah, and the Commodone is just a liquor store, to be honest.
But
That's all they
do
say.
Sell some food in
Well,
there
they sell
sometime,
potato chips. Yeah, that ain't food. It's basically a liquor store.
Well, yeah, more or less. It's a liquor store, and then you can dance over there and everything.
Yeah.
So it's that is one of the things. And the next thing is a lot of family and friends gathering.
Yeah.
That we do that a lot, and it's just like for holidays we do that very frequent. Like I have a lot of families that if it was for them, we would be doing that a few times during the week. Right. You cannot do that because every time that you get together with family member here, you have to spend a lot. Just they will always open to drink, but at least if we don't do it like. We don't do it every week, but at least we don't go 2 weeks without getting together and then just in somebody's house and then just sit over there, talk. Sometimes people do like have a barbecue in their house or just get together and decide to go. We're gonna go to the Malecon and just sit down over there and do the same thing. Change the scenario.
I mean, there's never a dull moment, especially in her family. It's always something going on, and I'm not saying that, we don't do it as Americans, but a lot of times, especially now, but in the past, I think we did, especially even growing up, man, we would do this with my family. But nowadays, typically, we get together during holidays or, maybe some type of, maybe sometimes birthdays or just some family reunions where these things happen at. But here it's a little bit different. It's almost every week. It's something going on. Just say, for instance, I was in Mobile, and both of my sisters were living in Mobile. We wouldn't be saying, hey, you know what? Just on a random Thursday, say, hey, let's get together and let's drink and just have a good time. That's just not the mindset of at least the Americans that I've been around. You know what I'm saying? We're more isolated or individualized.
People are too busy when they're working. That's the problem. People can have too much free time.
Right.
That's one thing.
You're right about that. So it's not that it's a bad thing. So I won't seem like that I'm just bashing how Americans are, but it's not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either. I think that you should. Find some time, like you say, you're always working, but I guess if you can't find time to have fun, I guess you can't find time to have fun. So that's just another one of those small things that makes, Dominican Republic, a little bit more enjoyable, that, you can always count on family and friends, coming up with something for you to do and for you guys to get into.
No, and that is true. We always has something in mind, or they have always something in mind that we can do.
I mean, you have to turn them down sometimes.
Yeah, I have to just say, no, I cannot today because I'm doing something. Sometimes during the week when somebody's off, like when my aunt closed the pizzeria on Tuesday, she's ready just to sit down and even if it's just to talk and have a coffee, even sometimes it's just to get together, talk nonsense and then have a coffee. It's small things. It don't have to be big things. It's just small things that we just get together and just talk a lot of nonsense. Mm-hmm. But we enjoy to do that. And another one is easy access to the beach. Here we have pretty much in the entire island, you have beaches everywhere for the most part. If you are not in a town, they have a beach. At least they are 30 or 45 minutes away where you can go and enjoy the beach. And that is a lot. That's one of the things that a lot of family here do in Dominican Republic, and is go to the beach. Most people go on the weekends because a lot of people work during the week. But also a lot of people do not work during the weekends. Here the government doesn't work on weekends. It's just a private company work on weekends. So for the most part, people be going Friday, but Saturday and Sundays. Those are the days that people go a lot to the beach, and they go with families. They cook over there and at the beach, or if they just go because they want to have some fried fish, some fried some Boca Chica style fried fish.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, anywhere on the island, I mean, you said 30, 45 minutes. I'll give it at least an hour and a half. No matter where you are on the island, you can get to a beach in an hour and a half.
That's true.
And so you got easy access. And if you're not living in places like, Florida, California, or, Virginia, and just up on the East Coast and, along the East Coast or along the West Coast, your access to beaches are limited. So here, you have those easy access to the beaches. An hour to get to a beach or an hour and a half to get to the beach is nothing. Being from Mobile, that's what we had to travel. I mean, that's how long it really took for us to get to a beach over either to Pensacola or Biloxi. It was about a 45-minute to an hour drive. So, we did that pretty often. So here you're able to get to the beaches in that time. So it makes it a little bit more enjoyable. So you could just wake up and be like, hey, let's go to the beach. And it's not like, oh man, I got to think about driving 2 or 3 hours. It's nothing like that. Hey, you got about 45. I'm sorry. You got about an hour and a half to get there.
Yes, we have easy access to the beach. It's it's not that far to go to the beach here. It's just like another one, rivers and waterfalls. That's also other type of enjoyment the people have here that are not too far, and the people do very often here. Rivers are a little more
they're not as accessible.
Yes, not exactly that.
But they're everywhere.
But they're everywhere. And waterfalls, that's some of the things that also people enjoy to do, to go to the river. And if you ask me, even though the water is very cold on rivers, I read the river because it is kind of different than the beach.
Oh yeah.
The I don't know, the experience is a little different too.
Right. I enjoy the rivers. But I think the only one, I've just been to Banao.
Yeah, in Fula.
At Rio Fula. Was that? No, we went to another one that was
in Loma Linda. We went to one in Loma Linda. And then we went to the waterfall that is what I even in the water, that's a river.
Yeah, that was a river too. So so I find the rivers are much more enjoyable. And to be honest with you, I think Dominicans like rivers more than they like the beaches. But or maybe
the same, because every time you go you see a lot of people that they enjoy. But to me, rivers have something special more than the beaches.
So yeah, if a Dominican invites you to the river, I'm telling you, go. And I'm gonna tell you why. They're gonna kill a goat and they're gonna cook it right there in front of you.
Oh yeah, that's a story there.
It's the best experience that you ever have, man. If you don't have a bad stomach, I'm telling you. They gonna cook a goat right in front of you. So definitely go to the river if you get invited.
Yes, you do a lot of cookados here when Dominicans, when they go to the river, especially for big family, they say, okay, let's cook in the river. They bring stuff to cook. Sometimes it's fish. But this time, that's when we went over there to where my mom and dad is from, and they got this goat to cook it, and goat was in my grandmama's house the night before. They even put a name to the goat, and they was calling and play with the goat, and then they kill it and eat it. I couldn't eat it. I say no, I'm not gonna eat that. I think it's in one of my videos that I did for that. That was like 3 years ago. That was before we moved out here that I came to visit. After pandemic, and they just cooked the goat in the river. But that's some of the activity that people here do, is to cook different things in the river.
Right.
Which is very enjoyable. What you enjoy and my family, when we go, we either cook something or we take cars and we play car in the river and stuff like that.
So yeah, they'll say, well, but let's go to the river. Then somebody say, well, what we gonna eat? And then next thing you know, you hear this thing go bad in the back, and they be like, "That's what we gonna eat. That's what we gonna eat."
That doesn't sound good, but
that's what we gonna eat.
Or the chicken.
Yeah,
we just kill the chicken, just kill it. Oh my God. Yeah. So that is some of the reason why I feel like it's different to be here than in the United States in regards to enjoy more the things that you do and enjoy life a little bit more. So yes, after working the entire week in not Friday because people work on Friday. Well, Friday afternoon they go to the Cold Madonna sometime, but Saturday and Sunday people go to the beach, river, or just simply go to visit the family and just trying to enjoy it a little bit.
So yeah, and I think one of the main keys you hit on is that most of the stuff we talked about, a lot of it doesn't cost any money. So yeah, I mean, it may sound a little trivial to some people, but you know, to me and to us, that's what we enjoy about it. Because I was really just sitting here thinking, you know, one day that, you know, if I had the same, if all things were equal, would I enjoy myself the same back in the States as I do here? And I was asking myself, would I? And the answer was I didn't think so. And then I questioned myself, well, why not? And I think it's because of those little things about the country that me personally, I enjoy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So guys, if you have any more ideas, or if you want to add a little something else to this video, just leave it down below. And this is all what we have right now. Oh, this is all.
That's it.
Okay, this is all what we have right now. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share. And I will see you in my next one. Or we will see you in our next one. Bye.
Peace.